Nothing better than a nice trip to start off the new year. We've been counting down on the days for this trip for so long, and I can't believe today is finally the day. So the ship was leaving from New York, so we had quite a road trip to do to reach it, but I hope that these postcards made their way safely to all of you. And now let me take you on my first ever cruise adventure. Hello from Port Canaveral, Florida. After 3 days at sea, we finally reached our first destination of the cruise. Today was such a cloudy day, but let's not fret, my friends. Best believe I did not let it ruin my day. While walking in the neighborhood, we realized that there were not many tourist attractions in the city, but the people in it kinda did compensate for it a little bit with their cheery attitudes and welcomes. I noticed that every person we would walk next to would greet us with a big smile on their faces. I don't know if this is an American or Port Canaveral thing, but it is pretty cute. Anyways, we decided to take a more scenic route and to walk along the beach. The beach was so peaceful and beautiful despite the weather. My mom and I had quite some fun digging our feet in the sand, listening to the strong waves and feeling the salty breeze on our hair. It felt so nice escaping the cold and cruel Canadian winter. We also did some seashell fishing, and now our treasures are piled on the corner of my desk. And we took a couple of pictures to immortalize this day in this cozy little city. We may not have done much today, but we did get our steps in. I'm pretty sure I did like 21,000 steps or something, and it felt good to be on land and just having a relaxing day, connecting with nature and simply living in the moment. Goodbye, Port Canaveral. It was nice meeting you. Dear friends, we finally made it to Miami. Before getting out of the ship, I wanted to check out the city view from the outside deck, and it definitely did not disappoint. The last time I set foot in Miami was 15 years ago when I was just a little clueless 6-year-old girl. And let me tell you, I did not remember much from this trip, so it felt nice to be back and just be able to document my day here. So we started by exploring the Bayside market. It was so fun seeing all the different and colorful little markets. I love me some tacky souvenirs. I always look forward to finding more postcards, keychains, and pins to add to my collections or just to give away to my pen pals. Then we found the city renting bikes and we decided to go for a little stroll to Miami Beach. Okay, I kind of lied about that. It was not a little stroll. We biked for like an hour and I was sweating like a pig. But even though at times it got challenging, I did enjoy moving my body a bit and people watching at the same time. We got to see so many different neighborhoods, and girl, some people there are loaded. It's crazy. Their houses were so huge, and also the weather was just perfect for a biking day, so I was very grateful for that. And after our fun workout, we went to a super cute taqueria named Bodega, and after tasting their fruit punch, like cold drink thing, I was so quenched and ready to attack my birria taco. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had a birria tacos before from what I remember, and it did not disappoint once again. It was so good. Here's me doing like a little mukbang. I hope I didn't make you too hungry now, but yeah, it was very, very good. We'll definitely have some again. While doing some shopping, we stopped for some ice cream and it was the perfect treat to end the day. I got the roasted pecan vanilla ice cream and it was divine. So good. Haagen-Dazs knew what they were doing with this flavor. Oh my god. And then we ended the day in this cutesy little bus doing like a tour of Collins Avenue, and this was basically my day in Miami. See you next time, little groovy city. welcome to Ocean Cay, besties! So before heading out in the wilderness, I had my very yummy breakfast by the window, and the view was so nice. I already miss it. I still can't believe I got to eat and see all of this beauty. Anyways, so Ocean Cay is a private island in the Bahamas owned by the cruise company. So the island itself was quite small, but best believe it had plenty of beach space for all of us. It was so relaxing walking around the island while listening to my music and taking pictures. Unfortunately, the pictures didn't truly do justice to what my eyes were seeing, but it's still a nice memory to have. Since there's no culture in this island, and locals if you will, I decided to treat this day as an extra relaxing beach day and, not gonna lie, avoid socializing. So just to have a day to myself. The water was so cold. I kind of gave up on the idea of going in the water after that, but I did have my bestie Jules Verne to entertain me, so everything was fine. I love reading at the beach. It's one of my favorite reading locations. You get to tan while hearing the sound of the waves and feeling the wind go through your hair, and basically you just look like an irresistible cool mystery girl. I took a little break from my book and decided to pull out my journal, and because of the wind I kind of kept my decoration to a minimum on the page because I didn't want all of my stickers to fly away. Not gonna lie, I did feel like a mysterious cool girl with my journal on the beach. But yeah, it was truly such a good journaling session, and being able to have this session in such a beautiful place made me even more grateful, and it just felt so unreal. Then I went on my postcard hunt and succeeded. I got 2 postcards and I love them so much. Although I think this digital postcard is far cooler and you guys won. To get my steps in, I continued exploring the island like the adventurer that I am. The water was so beautiful and calming. Before the crazy rainstorm started, I got the chance to eat a good cheeseburger and fries on the beach while people watching, listening to music, and reading a bit, and that was basically the end of my day in Ocean Cay. Dear friends, this is my last greetings, but welcome to Nassau, Bahamas. I was looking forward the most to this day. Nassau is such a beautiful, colorful, and lively city. I had such a blast walking around and looking at the fun buildings and signs. I also loved seeing what the local artists had to sell, and of course, I loved the beautiful beaches. As a Caribbean girly myself, I'll never get sick of palm trees, The whole vibe and atmosphere reminding me of my voyage in 2016 back to the motherland, aka Haiti. I would love to travel in all the Caribbean countries one day and learn more about their cultures and also just our culture as a whole. And seeing the differences between each of them is so interesting. Then we went to eat at a local restaurant and the owner was so nice and welcoming. It was so fun talking with the other locals in the restaurants as well. I loved hearing about their everyday life, and they all had such a bright and big energy, and they were so funny. They reminded me of some of my family members, which was quite cute. And it was just nice finding the familiar in the unfamiliar. I also loved seeing all the art the city had to offer. Honestly, if I had more money, I would definitely have bought more artwork because it was all so pretty. Then our taxi driver gave us a tour of the city, and it was so cool seeing more residential areas and just how Bahamians lived their everyday life. I also love hearing more about their history. And Bahamas, you're such a beautiful country. Thank you so much for welcoming me so nicely.